이렇게 눈부시게 아름다운 세상인데, 내 편인 것 같던 세상이었는데 요즘은 왜 이렇게 날카롭게만 느껴질까? 가끔은 저 하늘이 원망스러울 정도로 왜 하필 나한테 이런 시련을 주시는지 진심으로 묻고 싶다. 가끔은 정말 이유가 납득이 안 되는 고통이 따른다. 지금 힘에 벅찬 시절을 보내고 계신 분들이라면 이 세상의 날선 차가움을 같이 온몸으로 느끼고 계실 것 같다. 지난 1편에 이어서 그런 분들의 마음에 조금의 따뜻함과 용기를 전해줄 생각 하나를 더 보내드리려고 한다. 내 경험상 가장 효과적인 마음치유법 동기부여법은 이것이었습니다. 아주 오래전부터 힘들 때 항상 이 영상을 봅니다. 네 번째 생각법, 나보다 힘든 상황에 그 누군가의 극복 스토리는 가장 큰 힘이 된다.
I thought I was just a normal kid living life, but other people let me know that I was different. It was probably May, it was a hot summer day, and I remember it was hot because when I jumped off onto the field, my butt cheeks were on fire. And the kids were playing kickball, so I'm like, man, I'm gonna play kickball. And I remember I'm sitting there, and the pitcher walks up, and the catcher said something that I'll never forget. He said, how are you gonna let a cripple score on you? I'm in third grade. I don't even know what this word means, but I know that it's negative. I know that it had this negative connotation, and so this was my first glimpse of why me? Raise your hand if at least one time in your life you said, why me? Look around the room. It's everyone. We all get a taste of that victim mentality, the why me? And so I realized that, I don't like the way I'm feeling, and I need to be able to master my emotions. You need to be able to master your emotions, whether that's in business or whether that's in your personal life. You need to be the master of your emotions, not let them affect you. I thought about it, and I came into school one day, and my friends were like, Nick, you always tell people to try new things, get out of your comfort zone. Why don't you try wrestling? And I said, I can't, my arm. And what I mean by that is this arm, it looks like a potato. We call it the potato now. It used to look like a chicken wing. And so basically, this arm was about 5 inches longer than it is now. And my bone was growing faster than my skin. Bottom line is, if I would have hit my arm hard enough, my bone would have came through my skin. And the reason why I said, I told that part where I start with can't is because the majority of not only entrepreneurs, but humans, we start with can't always. This phrase that I kind of frame my whole life on is it's not can't, but how. And the reason why I let you know is because it's not just mindset mumbo jumbo. This isn't just magic. But like I said, humans are very disempowering creatures. And so when you start off with can't, I can't do this because I'm not tall enough. I can't do this because I don't have the resources. I can't do this because I'm not old enough. Whatever it may be, we all have these limiting beliefs, right? Frame something as how. It's not only more empowering, but when you view things as how, your mind will start stimulating more solutions rather than can't. You're not going to stimulate any solutions if you start off with can't, I'll tell you that. I waited for both my parents to come home, and I sat them down and I said, Mom and Dad, I want to be a wrestler. My mom was like, oh no, Nick. God forbid, wrestling's the most physical sport. What are you going to do if your bone comes through your skin? What are you going to do then? You know how moms are, like freaking out always? In under 10 seconds, I came up with a solution. I looked at them and I said, can we cut it off? I said, yeah, my arm's holding me back. Can we cut it off? But the one thing I want you to self-reflect on is, what are you willing to give up for your dreams? What are you willing to sacrifice to be successful? What are you willing to sacrifice to be that mom, to be that wife, to be that CEO, the CEO of your life? What are you willing to sacrifice? I hope it's not a limb like me, but what are those limiting beliefs that you need to let go? That you need to cut off? That you're not good enough, you're not beautiful, you don't have the resources, you don't have the knowledge. I want you to self-reflect right now. Just take a couple seconds. And when you walk outside of these doors, what are the limiting beliefs that you're going to let go? That you know are holding you back because they're not serving you? What are those things that are going to be in your life? The surgery went great. Go back to school with this big smile. I swear I was the happiest kid that just cut his arm off. They're like, Nick, what'd you do? I cut my arm off. And I remember how excited I was. I remember how excited I went back to school. I looked at these people. I said, I'm going to become a wrestler. And then, people laughed. My friends supported, but people laughed. And they said, Nick, let's be real. Let's be real. How are you going to become an athlete, let alone a wrestler? You have no legs and one arm. You see, in life, we're always going to have the outside noise, right? Raise your hand if you got some haters. Oh, means you're doing something right. That noise, the haters, the naysayers, the people that tell us that our goals are too big. But we all have a choice. The choice is you can let the outside noise affect you or drive you. What's it going to be? You're the captain of your boat, whether you let things affect you in a negative way or a positive way. And so I looked at these people. I said, you're right. What was I thinking? I'm not going to become a wrestler. I'm going to become a varsity wrestler. And you're going to watch. Where would you be if every single time someone told you you can't do something, you listen to them? So I always want you guys to have that in your mind, is like, am I going to let this affect me and sink me, or let it elevate me and drive me? I beat two full-bodied guys, and trust me, I really beat them because they were crying after the match. There was 2 more wins I got the previous year. And so there was news articles all over the world, interviewing me, but the one news article that stood out to me the most was New Jersey teen, born with disability, turned into a positive. That's all I wanted people to see, because in life all deals us a deck of cards, right? You may think your deck of cards is amazing. You may think your deck of cards is mediocre. You may think your deck of cards is very bad. But it's our duty to play that hand to the best of our ability. If you agree, say yes. And what that means is we got to focus on our strengths. We got to focus on the things we do have. Like I said, humans are very disempowering creatures. We're always focused on the things we don't have. Imagine if I woke up every day, I was like, man, I got no legs and one arm. Hey guys, it's Nick, and this is my life story. You'd be like, dude, where's the energy? He's clearly not confident. Energy is contagious, and so you have to focus on your strengths and do the things you do love about yourself, because I promise you, when you focus on your strengths and the things you do love about yourself, it'll always outweigh all those negative things. And so what I mean by that is everything that I do, becoming a CEO, becoming a model, becoming a bodybuilder, I didn't know what I was doing, but I threw myself in the waters. You just figure it out. The best experience is going through the BS, is going through the hard times, is trying to figure out what you need to do to become that person. And the beauty behind life is that we are the architects of our life.
그가 전달하는 삶의 메시지, 자신감, 패기, 눈빛, 경험에서 깨달은 성찰, 긍정적 에너지, 여유. 이 모든 것은 내 삶에 큰 영감을 주고 있다. 아무리 어려운 상황이라도 왜 나에게 이런 불행이 찾아왔나 의문이 드는 그런 상황에도 반드시 할 수 있다. 못할 이유가 없다.